I ended my last video by doing T-bow with 277 over 100. So I got to this point. 7 times 100 is 700. And if I subtract, I get a 70, and I bring down a 0, and I get 7 times 100 is 700. And there's my answer, 2.77. Is that between 2.7 and 2.8? Yes, because if you think about it, with money, $2.77 is more than 270 and less than 280. So this is a good answer right here. Last one, 2 and 5, 6. Well, there's my 2, which is my whole number. Let's T-bow 5 over 6. Let's see, running out of room here. Let's T-bow 5 over 6. Top in, bottom out, decimal. How many 6's are in 5? 0. How many 6's are in 50? 8. 6 times 8 is 48. Subtract, and I get 2. Bring down a 0. How many 6's are in 20? 3. 3 times 6 is 18. 20. How many 6's are in 20? That's going to be 8, 3, repeat. So this is going to be 2.83 repeat. Well, I can already see that this is going to be more than 2.8 because 2.83 repeat is probably going to be right around here. So this one is not possible. So your answers here would be A, B, and E. Man, that was a big one. All right, let's try another one. Let's try number 7. Match each rational number with its decimal equivalent. Okay, first of all, I notice that all of these are negative and all of these are negative. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, so there's one we're not going to use. So let's do this. Let's do 41 over 33. They're all going to be negative, so let's T-bow 41 over 33. Top in, bottom out, decimal at the end, straight up, and then add as many zeros as you want. How many 33's are in 4? None. How many 33's are in 41? Only 1. 1 times 33 is 33, and 41 minus 33 is 8, and I'm going to bring down a 0. How many 33's are in 80? Well, I know that 33 times 3 is 99. That's too many. 33 times 2 is 66. That'll work. And if I subtract, I get up 4 plus 10 is 14. Bring down a 0. How many 33's are in 140? Well, I know that how many 3's are in 14 would be about 4. So let's try 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 13, that works. Let's try 33 times 5. 15, 16, that's too much, so we're going to put a 4 here. 4 times 33 is 132. Subtract, and we're going to get 8. Bring down a 0. How many 33's are in 80? 2. 2 times 33 is 66. Subtract, and you get 14. Uh-oh, I see a repeat. Looks to me like, how many in 140? That would be 4. Looks to me like it's 1.24, and the 24 is going to repeat. So 7 is E because it's 1.24 repeating, and of course it's negative, so 7 is E. Number 8, let's T-bow 112 over 90. You know what? 2, 3, 4. We could simplify that a little bit. 112 over 90 before we T-bow it. This ends in a 2. It's an even number, so I know it can be divided by 2. Half of 100 is 50, and half of 12 is 6. 2 times 56 is 112, and 2 times 45 is 90. 56 is 7 times 8, and 45 is 9 times 5. This can be 2 times 2 times 2, and this can be 3 times 3. Nothing can be canceled, so I guess 56 over 45 is as good as it's going to get, so we're going to T-bow that. Top in, bottom out, decimal at the end, straight up, as many zeros as you want. How many 45s are in 5? None. How many 45s are in 56? 1. 1 times 45 is 45. Subtract and you get 11. Bring down a 0. How many 45s are in 110? That would be 2. 2 times 45 is 90. Subtract, you get 20. Bring down a 0. How many 45s are in 200? I think it's 4. Let's see, 45 times 4 is 180. Yeah, that works. 4 times 45 is 180. Subtract, we get 20. Bring down a 0. How many 45s in 200? 4. Oh, it looks like it's repeating, doesn't it? So it looks like 1.24, but the only thing that repeats is the 4, so the only thing I put my Repetron on is that 4 right there. So that 4 repeats, repeats, repeats. Negative 1.2 with the 4 repeating is F. So this would be F. Let's look at number 9. 31 divided by 25. You know what? We could turn this into a decimal easily. 31 over 25, if I multiplied both times 4, I would get 124 over 100. What does 124 hundredths look like? Does it look like this? No, that would be 124 tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So that's not going to work. Oh, this is 124, this is 100, this is improper, so this is going to be more than one whole. So if I put my decimal here, it's 1 and 24 hundredths, and that's my answer. And it's a terminating decimal, so this is D. You could have just T-bowed 31 over 25 and gotten the same answer if you don't understand what I just did. Number 10, 338 over 330. I don't want to T-bow that. If I take 338 and I subtract 330, I'm going to get 8. So 330 over 330 is one whole. So if I take 330 out of here, I'm going to have 8 left over, and it'll be 8 out of 330. So all I have to do is T-bow this, which is going to be easier than T-bowing that whole thing. So 8 goes in, 330 goes out, decimal 0, 0, 0, decimal. How many 330s are in 8? None. How many 330s are in 80? None. How many 330s are in 800? 2. 2 times 330 is 660. Subtract, and I get, let's see, 140. How many 330s are in 1400? Well, it might be 4. Let's just try 4. 0 times 4 is 0. That's 12, 13. Ooh, that works.